The first tip is you don't need a big following to get clients. And when it comes to this right here, I remember when I first got started as a coach, I thought that I had to have a big following. I thought I had to have my website developed, my logo, everything that everybody is thinking that they need, their business cards. But what I wasn't doing is I wasn't doing the work that was actually going to get me clients, which was to connect with people. And the only way that clients will come your way is when you have conversations with them instead of you trying to look for them to follow you. So the conversation is where the sale starts. The conversation is where the transformation, where the value is given to the client. So for you, are you are you using the methods of directly connecting with people? Because I used to think that I needed thousands of followers to make money as a coach when the truth was the clients, they come from DMs, they come from networking events, they come from real conversations, and then also referrals, people you already know that you already have in your circle could potentially give you a referral. And then also you could do it when it comes to speaking opportunities. You can go and speak at a group, or you can go and create your own speaking engagement. You can create a master class, and then you can you can just present what you have to people. For example, I just did a webinar a week ago, and it was talking about how to get clients and make money. And that's the way that I did it, was through Zoom. You can do it through Zoom. You can do it in person. And again, you don't need a big audience. You just need to be connecting with people. And another thing that you could do is you could also borrow other people's audiences. So when I talk about borrowing other people's audiences, it's when you collaborate with somebody. For example, you could collaborate with somebody where you speak at their event. You could also collaborate with somebody where you go live. Maybe they interview you on a Facebook Live, or you can teach something that you know to someone else's group. You can teach something that you know to maybe a an event where you're going to be speaking at. And with that, you instantly gain access to this new audience. Not it's not and there's no big following necessary. All you need is just to be in front of a few people. I'll give you an example. I gave a presentation in front of, it was about 5 people, and out of that I got 2 clients, and it was just 5 people. But if we look at it as if there has to be 1,000 people there, then we're not seeing that, hey, we can make just as much of an impact on these 5 people as we would those 1,000 people. And you can sometimes get even more clients out of 5 people than you would 1,000, because with 5 people, it's more intimate. It's more, it's a closer connection with these people. But just remember that your next client might come from even someone else's platform. So think about that. Do you know of anybody that you could have them interview you, or maybe a group that you can share some information, or a networking group where you can go and speak? So think about that, okay? And then your the next tip that I want to share with you is around your confidence. So I think your confidence plays a huge role when it comes to getting clients and making money. And a lot of people, they're really not buying coaching. What they're buying is certainty. And when I talk about certainty, what your clients are really looking for is someone who believes in their ability, in your ability for you to help them. They want to make sure that they know that you're the right person that can assist them with their challenges, whether it's maybe with their health, their relationships, their business, their self-belief, whatever the case may be. They want to make sure that they are working with somebody that speaks with certainty and that also radiates confidence. Confidence is a big factor when it comes to being successful in business and in your personal life. So when you believe in yourself, then they believe in you and in your product, because what you're really selling is not coaching. You're really selling yourself. And the way that confidence will come your way is by preparation and repetition. Now, your confidence will be built by practicing you making offers, connecting with people, having sales conversations that are really uncomfortable, but the more that you do them, the more comfortable that you'll get with them, and the more comfortable you'll get with them, the more confident that you'll be showing up to the calls, and the more that you'll be closing because those phone calls, because the person will feel your energy, will feel your confidence, and they will feel certain that working with you will be their best choice. And also making sure that you are confident when it comes to doing those sales calls. The more that you do them, the more comfortable you get with them. And then also showing that confidence by showing up on video this way. A lot of people are very scared of showing up on video, but when you start showing up on video, the more that you do it, the easier it gets. For me, I remember that when I first got started as a speaker, it was extremely difficult, but I kept doing it over and over again, and then I got comfortable with it. And that's what you need to do. You need to get comfortable with video because now video is what's really catching people's attention. So, are you the type of person that's on video? If you're not, you really need to work on getting on video. And you also need to make sure that you're presenting more often. Presenting more often, whether it's on Zoom, you can give your own presentation, other people's stages, maybe a podcast, and then also teaching what you know. For example, right now I'm teaching what I know. Teach what you know, whether it's around relationships, whether it's around health, whether it's around making money, confidence. Teach that. And then the more that you show up in this confident way, the more your identity as a coach grows. And remember, confidence will lead to you getting more clients. The next tip I want to share with you is consistency. Now, consistency honestly beats everything. And I've gotten where I've seen people where they don't post on an ongoing basis. They'll post once and then they'll wait a week or 2 weeks or a month, and they get lost and nobody knows what happened. They were just so motivating, but then they stop posting. So you should be posting even when you don't feel ready, because if you call yourself a perfectionist is what's killing this momentum, and your audience only connects with not perfectionism, but your stories. You have a lot of stories to share that I'm sure that a lot of people can gain a lot of wisdom through your stories, lessons that you have. I'm sure that you have lessons in your life that you've learned that you can teach other people, struggles that you've had and how you overcame those struggles. That struggle that you had and now you overcame it, somebody's going through it right now. And because you haven't shared that struggle and how you overcame it, that person continues to struggle. So it's really selfish of us to be keeping this away from other people on how do they can overcome their own struggles. And then talking about your growth, where you used to be, where are you now? Those are really important for people to get to know you, so that way they can see that, hey, this person was not has not been where they're at right now this whole time. They've actually had some struggle, some challenges, and they've had some growth. Also, sharing your wins. What kind of wins have you had? Hey, have you had a number one bestseller? Have you lost 80 pounds? Have you changed that relationship that was really bad and now it's an amazing relationship? Are you making more money? Showing those wins, and then also showing up with authenticity. Authenticity is really important, that you're showing up with authenticity, because by you showing up and sharing these things like stories, lessons, struggles, growth, wins, and authenticity, that consistency builds trust, and trust will get you clients. And then another thing that I want to share with you is just doing one small action every day that grows your business. And success really comes from those little simply daily actions, like maybe talking to 3 people a day. If you talk to 3 people a day, that's 90 people in a month. That's 1,080 people in a year. Following up with these new 5 leads that you've had. The follow up, that's where the money's at. A lot of people, they just feel like they're bothering people, but no, people are not thinking about us. We're not that special. People are not constantly thinking, hey, are they going to reach out to me or not? They're not going to reach out to us. They're going to wait for us to reach out. So are you following up with those potential leads? You'll be surprised when you follow up with them. What they'll tell you, oh my God, I completely forgot. I'm glad you reached out. Oh my God, yes, I'm ready to transform my health. Oh yes, I'm ready to transform my relationship, my money, my confidence, whatever it is that you help people with. And then also just posting one valuable piece of content every day, just one piece of content. You don't need to post 3, 4 times a day, just one piece of content. Even if it's just once a week, just post something once a week. And maybe just record, it could be something around like just recording a short video, or just posting a blog, whatever it is that you can do, just take one small step, because those small actions will create the big results, and do them daily and the clients will come. So for you, which one of these three tips hits you the hardest? Like, which one are you going to work on? Or maybe you're working on some of these or all of these. And if you have other tips, please put them in the comments, or put in the comments what you will be taking action on. And if you want help with getting clients consistently and building your confidence as a coach, call me at 520-392-9179. Shoot me a text for a free consultation. I'm giving one free 30-minute consultation. And you can also follow me here on Facebook. And if you are getting value from these videos and you want to get more of these, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Grow Your Coaching Business. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, so that way you can get ongoing videos like this so that you can grow your coaching business. Have a great day. Peace.